Good morning, everyone. I don't know why I said morning so weird. Hope y'all are having a good Sunday so far. It is Sunday. That is true. I like Sundays. How about you? So yeah, I caught a copyright violation, and your video cannot be monetized by the very end of yesterday's video with the Mr. Rogers theme song. So that was a great first day. Morning, Mr. Scott, Mr. Keep It Scale Stupid, Mr. Just in Time, and earlier, Mr. Ground Fog. TC, that's all right, buddy. You could talk on the way back from the airport, so that's all good. Wasn't a big deal though. All I had to do was mute the video during that part, and it took away the copyright flag. So I took care of it, but I thought that was pretty fitting. My first episode. Well, that's cool, TC. Thank you, brother. I thought about going over your stuff with you and trying to help you figure out why it was acting like that yesterday. And I apologize for that, but pixelated video drives me nuts. I don't know. I wish I wouldn't have focused on it, but you know, it is what it is. I dropped 165 frames somewhere. I guess at 30 frames a second, that's only 5 seconds, 5.5 seconds. So something happened for a minute. Good morning, JD. Happy Sunday morning. I redid all the member emojis, so now they all have transparent backgrounds, and I made a couple of new ones. I made a peace symbol with the Blade Alchemy sunglasses with the BA on it, and I made just a BA for badass, not for Blade Alchemy, but whenever you feel like something's cool, you can post that one, I guess. Then I fixed all the other ones where they have transparent backgrounds, and I made the happy one look better. It's Ned smiling. So anyway, I did that during the night. I was bored. So during the night, let's talk about the knives I carried. I'm trying to get that spot, that stain that didn't come out of my mat, off of it. So I am actually washing it again at the moment with some stain remover, trying to get that stain out of the middle of it. If not, I'll just order a new one. And I spent a little time this morning and cleaned off my table a little bit so I could widen out the view, and y'all are seeing stickers that have been underneath everything from the jump, but you just never saw them because they were hidden by the mat. And just to let you know, this is that normal mat that some people use in videos. So it's a pretty big area. Let me see if I can straighten my camera. Let me fix my camera to where it's straight with the lines of that thing. That looks pretty good. Right there. Alright. So, yeah, let me see. Is this centered? That's about centered. Last night in my front pocket, well, first of all, last night I carried 2 of my top knives out of all my collection. And one of them is the Riot Zorro. I love Riot quality, and I love this knife. I wish it had a flipper tab, and I wish I didn't think it was such a nice knife that I felt comfortable putting one in it, because I probably would. But all it has is the flipper tab, and it has got an awesome blade. I love the blade on this thing. This is one knife that one of our buddies, Sever7, says that he wish he didn't get rid of. But you can see the action on it is just buttery. I mean, it's just perfect. It just drops close just like it should. That blade grind, that harpoon is perfect. It's super sharp, super slicey, hollow grind. So yeah, it's one of my favorites. Carried it in the front pocket. And then in my back pocket, I had another one of my favorites, which is a milled, this is OEM'd by Miguron, but a friend of mine designed it and produced it through Miguron, and it's called the Azusa Bladeworks Blitzkrieg, or Blitzkrieg. It came with a flipper tab, and the first thing I did was delete it. I got it perfectly flush back here on this side. And then when it's opened, it cleaned up the lines on it big time. But like I said, this is OEM'd by Miguron, so you know I like my Migurons. And it probably has better action than a Zorro. As soon as you get past the lock bar, it just drops perfect. Awesome knife. Awesome dude who made it. He runs a knife store called Azusa Blade Works. I believe it's out in Arizona, possibly. And anyway, he makes some other cool knives that y'all ought to check out. We'll go look at his website here shortly. He's sending me a couple of them to review, I believe. But yeah, I had that in the back pocket. So two of my favorite knives. What are y'all carrying today, Scott? What do you got? I saw what you. I think I saw what you had in your pocket. Let's go check out what Scott had. He had a Bestech, which is another great OEM, and I believe he said this is the Mantidai. Very slicey knife. It's all good though. I liked both the knives. So like I said, it doesn't affect me too awful much. Oh, Scott, you meant him? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the first person to mention it. Like I said, I didn't really even go trying looking for it. Like, it literally popped up on the first page of ads. And and Sever said people wouldn't think to do that, but I was like, do people not look up designers? Like, I look up designers' names trying to find other knives that they make. Like, that's a big deal. Like, when we talk about Laconico and stuff, like, I go and type in Laconico's name in Arizona Custom Knives and try to look at all the knives he's made. Like, so that's what I was doing, is I was trying to find other knives that guy designed because I liked them. But then it sent me down a whole rabbit hole. Like I said, like, I didn't expect any of that. I was kind of shocked. But I love my two sons. I think what happened was I suggested a knife to a buddy. Yeah, that's what happened. I was on Reddit and a guy commented on my Tucson post and said he liked my Tucson. So I put one on there that I thought he should check out, which is that cheaper new one that me and Pete got a version of, the TS576, I believe. So So I made a post about that, and then he commented on it, and I told him he needed to check it out. All right, Knives are life. We'll see you in a little while. Yeah, but do I owe him respect, Sever? I don't know. It's a big world out there. If I personally knew the guy, do you know the guy or something? Like, that's what I'm wondering. Like, I don't know him at all. He is just a random name to me at this moment. Who designed a knife I like. But anyway, I commented about the 576, and he said the 574 and the 575 were cool too. And so that made me like go look, and I was like, I thought Two Sons skipped a bunch of numbers. Do they really have 3 versions in a row like that? Like, do they really have a 574 and a 575? So I was going to go back and message and act all like I knew what I was talking about on the post, and I was going to say who designed them. So I think 574 was a Wong design. And then I think the next one was that guy's design, and that's how I ran across it, I do believe. Like, let's go make sure all that fits together. But I think that's how I ran across it. And then I wanted to find other knives like that because I liked it. I don't know. It was just a weird TS 576 Tucson. So this is the one I looked up that me and Pete bought, the K110, the one that was $72. I showed y'all the other day on stream. Is this one right here by that designer? I said and it messaged me or said something on, he messaged me on Reddit saying nobody would be interested in hearing from him. So I told him, yeah, people would be interested in hearing from you. So then I looked up, I guess, the TS 574. And there was one, and I was like, whoa, there is a 574. It's a Wong design. I kind of like it too. I like the milling on it, but I don't like the holes in it. I do like the blade shape though. Yeah, I guess you're right, Sarah. People will. I mean, I'm not going to go harass the guy. Like, I got better things to do. Like, I could care less about that guy's business. But I guess you're right. Other people might. I don't consider things like that because I don't do things like that. So, like, I couldn't imagine somebody going digging up all that crap from 7 years ago. I mean, I started out saying it was 7 years ago. It was a long time ago. But yeah, I don't take into account some things I probably should sometimes, Sarah. So, I apologize for that. But I just know those thoughts like that don't even enter my mind about what craziness other people will do. But you're right, people will do craziness. But I can't believe that other people. I'm the first person to ever type in that knife name. I mean, that guy's name. I don't know. But I guess the 575 right here was the one that I liked of his that made me go, because I had been bidding on one of these on eBay. I'm currently bidding on it right now on my main account. So it's all related. Like I really like this. You know, y'all know I like my clean lines, and this knife really has clean lines. So I like the design of it. And then I saw that logo, and I was like, what's that logo? So then I went searching down the logo, and that's what led me to the rabbit hole. It's all just a wild chain of events that led to all this. Like, I was already bidding on this knife. It came up in a random Reddit post. The guy saying there was a TS 574 and a 575 after I said I liked the 576, and I was like, Is Tucson really putting out that many models that they got 3 in a row like that? Anyway, I ended up liking 2 out of the 3. This is the other one I like out of those 3. The Wong Designs I would like if it had it didn't have the holes. But anyway, I looked up that logo, and it's a JW. So there you go. It is what it is. I'm not going to address it anymore. Y'all, I trust that y'all 10 people are not going to be that type of way either. So I don't think. Yeah, I don't know, but probably should listen to advice sometimes from fellow YouTubers. But I'm telling you, it was a wild chain of events that led to all that. And it will definitely not be the last time that I look up a knife designer's name to try to find more knives that he's designed. Like, I will do that just about with every. Yeah, I was wondering about that too, TC. Like, I felt bad yesterday when I was tired and didn't didn't go to the post office for Keep It Scale Stupid to send that knife that he bought during the stream yesterday. And that was just like an hour after the guy paid for it. So y'all telling me that B's Blades takes like a couple of months is kind of weird. I was also talking, good morning folks, I was talking to somebody else about the craziness of how people make money and how they have to give away or get rid of knives, or they would just stop stacking up in their house and fill up rooms. You know, like, I can't imagine how many knives some of these guys get sent to them. And if you consider that another source of income by selling them, or trading them or whatever, that's quite a bit of money. And so yeah, I don't know what some of these guys do with all the knives, but giving them away is super cool. That's what I would feel like I need to do more. Like, I haven't sold any knives I've been given. But I imagine some of them do. But taking like 2 or 3 months to ship a giveaway knife, like, it's kind of wild. I'm going to, first thing Monday morning, I'll be at the post office after the stream dropping off Kiss's knife. And I'll send y'all's out, you know, the same day. I don't know. I'm not as busy as him, though, so I can't say anything about him. Yeah, Sever. I'm sure there's quite a few YouTubers that hoard a lot of knives, but I've heard MC talk about it's been weeks and he hasn't even responded to her email. Wow, folks. Wow, weeks and you don't even get a response in an email? Oh, by the way, Sever7, did you see my new emojis with transparent backgrounds? They look way better. Whoops, I left out one. I don't want him to feel. Yeah, they look way better with transparent backgrounds. I got a peace symbol there at the end with the BA sunglasses on it. Thank you, folks. So, what do y'all think about all this area I got here, man? I cleaned off my desk big time. I was trying to find that stupid knife. I put up my two my two integrals into the two-son box. So that was part of what I was doing. Aha! There it is. So that's the one that I like from that guy that I want to have on video, that Panarin Designs. That's the one that started it because I love the lines on that thing. Keep it scale stupid. Thank you, sir. That's what I said at the beginning of the stream, Sever. I said this is a knife that Sever said he wished he never got rid of. These are the two I carried last night. Two of my favorite knives. And these are two sons that have got clean lines. I like, I don't know, I like a lot of knives with just plain clean lines. Some of these two sons have got way too much going on for me, but I mean, not really. Because I like, there's quite a few of these, like this one right here is super cool. Because the milling on it, it's got three different kinds of circles. And it just, I don't know, it looks good closed. It's kind of got those simple lines. I don't mind Two Sons Lightning Anno sometimes because they do a top-notch job at it. I like the clip on it. I like everything about this one. And it's a pretty one. But it's got the perfect blade with the harpoon. It's got a super cool blade too. But that's the kind of like clean lines I like. Let me go throw that let me go throw my whatever that thing is that's usually on my table. Let me go throw it in the dryer. Hold on. Alright, I just threw it in the dryer. Oh, sorry. I had to, these stickers, I gotta have some kind of mat down because of the busyness of all this. But they are pretty cool. I spent a lot of time collecting some stickers. I bought a bunch of sticker packs and then I found the ones I liked out of them. And put them on here, like, you know, the Elvis, the Flaming Lips, you know who that is, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Yellowstone, United States, Aliens, Tesla, some scientific ones over here. Then I got like, over here I got the toxic symbol, the Yeti up there. More aliens, Milwaukee. Some cars, some battery levels. Just stickers. My idea was to try to like build up an edge around this thing and pour clear epoxy over it and seal all these in. And I still might do that. And y'all can't even see the rest of them. This is about... I guess you're seeing probably about half the table, maybe 2/3. There's a lot more stickers though, and so I was going to put epoxy over it and seal it in. That'd be cool. All right, Mr. Scott, we will see you later, buddy. Have a good one. Like I said, this mat looks tiny. Yeah, it would be a fun epoxy project, except that it's got an irregular edge around it. So it's got a lip, and it curves too. It's got, It's one of those big coffee tables that you can lift up the top on, and it's got storage in the inside. I don't know if you've seen those. Yeah, folks, what do you make with epoxy? Sever 7, you're welcome to. I was going to buy the 144. I think I looked at it last night, in fact. It's pretty wild. Synchronicities are pretty wild. And the way things just happen without you even trying is pretty wild. Tucson, let's see. TS 144. Yes. No. See, it shows the 575 because that's. But I swear I looked up the one. I think I bid on a 144 last night. Let me see if that's right, because that'll be crazy if I bid on one on eBay. My eBay bids and offers. Look right here. Sever, I swear to God, man. Like, synchronicities like this just don't happen. But look at the top. You're the high bidder. And look what knife it is. It's the TS 144. Like, I'm the high bidder at the moment. And I told y'all I bid in the 18-cent thing, and my top bid is 67.18. Somebody will pass that up, so I won't have to buy this one and have yours. But I'll pay you for it, bro. If it's in good shape, I will pay you for it. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, stuff's wild like that. That stuff happens like every day to me. It's almost, and I do have, I want to say this cautiously, but I do have lots of psychic tendencies, and I seem to pick up on vibes, and stuff like that just happens constantly to me. I'm going over here, hold on. I wanted to show, keep it scale stupid, something I got he might like. I hope you can hear me. I'm pretty far off, and I don't know where this thing is I'm looking for. But I know I saw it in this closet the other day. I found one of the things. Hold on. I don't see it. Dang it. Well, I've got a box in here somewhere that is it's a 2-part epoxy kit that you buy, and could have sworn it was like right here somewhere. But it's just the 2 parts, the A and the B, that you buy to mix up to like make epoxy like that. I got one of those from Amazon. And then I also got one of these. Sever 7, I appreciate that, buddy. I got this too, which is a weird. Now that I look at it, it could be misinterpreted. But I'll show it anyway. I have no qualms. But this is a mold making kit to make molds to make copies of stuff with. And you don't make the copies out of silicone. You make the molds out of silicone, so stuff doesn't stick to it. So I'm not going to be making anything out of silicone. But this is the same. Yeah, I get it. This is the same kind of deal where you mix the A and the B parts. And it's got some kind of, I haven't opened it. I buy all kinds of stuff like this, like randomly. just to have, but evidently it's a whole little kit. And you can make some cool stuff like I showed the vacuum forming machine one day on the stream. But this is another way to make cool copies of stuff and parts, and how you can make, like, well, I don't know. I'm sure you could use it in the knife world, but I can't think right now. But let's go check out and see if we can find anything knife related that has to do with that kind of kit. Let me see. So, oh yeah, like those hands that people. So this is more, yeah, like you can make miniatures. Like I was thinking. But those are all the molds person's made. But you can take like some kind of cool figure and you can make a copy of it. But you can use all kinds of different materials. You can use epoxies to fill the mold. So that was just made out of epoxy. That's what made me think of it.
And here, this
she
is
made some epoxy
which is completely opaque and perfect, or be too forceful as you could damage the silicone.
Anyway, y'all couldn't hear, but
any bubbles or flaws like this, you can fill them with UV resin, or repair them like I am with this sculpt and use epoxy sculpt. It's a 2-part epoxy and really easy to use. You can also spray or coat your mold on the inside with a mold.
So Ed could make some cool stuff for photos.
Mold and make it a lot easier
using a kit like this. You can make anything out of epoxy.
Here you can see I made some epoxy Mothmen. And here, this is a urethane resin cast, which is completely opaque.
So urethane resin would be another cool thing to pour in there.
To help any beginner just get started.
You can make some cool stuff with.
So much through experimenting yourself, so give it a shot. Here you can see all.
I guess there's somebody, but pretty wild stuff. Let me see. Knife. Let's see if anybody uses it for the knife stuff. Oh yeah. How to make a 2-piece silicone mold of a knife. So make the mold and make an epoxy knife. Pretty wild. So see, I brought it back around to knives. And I've got an airbrush set up too that I've never really used, but I got a nice airbrush set up. So look, there's the original and there's the reproduction. Warhammer. Morning, Waylon. But yeah, so you could use that to make copies of old knives. That's pretty cool. And dude did do a good job of that. Wow. Making cast resin fish. Oh, you can make knife handles with these silicone. I could cast and make resin knife handles that were exact copies with this silicone mold. That's what I'm going to do. In fact, we're going to do that on stream one day. We're going to pick a knife that I want new handles on. We're going to find some cool epoxy, and we're going to make a set of epoxy handles
to DIY
with a cool pattern on them that'll fit right on it'll fit right on one of my knives. That'll be cool. All you gotta do is make 2 halves of it for each half, 4 pieces. What Fuchs? What's your newest knife, Fuchs? Yeah, keep it scale stupid. You bought some purple handles. Everybody's into the purple, huh? Oh, something else I wanted to do on stream today was to try to fix the detent and the lock rock on this knife. It's not working right. Oh yeah? Dang, folks. That guy must be a cool guy. No, I'm just kidding. I thought you would have gotten... You don't get too many new ones? I guess if I didn't buy clones every now and then... Like, you don't know how hard it was for me to not send you a clone, right? Like, I fought in turtle battles for a long time about sending you a clone. But I was totally afraid that you would throw it away. Okay, now this stream has turned kind of weird. We got to all that at the beginning, and then Scott saying he's in a car lurking. Yeah, folks, I thought I should have taken the opportunity to do that, but you know, it is what it is. I was trying to be respectful of your views, and I wanted to give you something you would actually keep. But you don't know how close you came to getting a Koenig Arius. Because I've got 2 extra ones of those that I just need to do something with. In fact, I'm going to do a giveaway this week for reaching membership status. I'm going to do a member giveaway. Hi. I'm allowed to do that, huh? I'm going to do a member giveaway. And I'm going to give away a Koenig Arius replica. So I've got to yeah, I almost gave you one of these. Brand new, still in the plastic. It's branded and everything for you. Koenig. Hey, de-googling your phone is not a bad thing. Keep it scale stupid. But I've got 2 of these. I bought 3 thinking they were going to go out and not be around. And I was going to make a little money off each one, but now I don't feel like selling them. I could make a little money off of them still, but I'd rather give them away. So one of the members is going to win that this week. I got to figure out how to do some member-only content. It's a clone of an Arius. Keep it scale stupid. Whoops, that's the wrong direction. It's a clone of this. I'll show you the exact model. But it's a clone of that knife, but not that version. It is a clone of... oh, it's almost like that one. It's almost like this one. Wait, it might be that one. Let me look at it again. I forgot. Yeah, it's a clone of that one. Style 55. So a lot of these designers, they get their designs from Arizona Custom Knives. A lot of these Chinese designers. But if I could show you, yeah. So here you go. Here's a back and forth. Hold on. The clip doesn't have that middle part. Oh, you're seeing the... yeah, it does. It has that lock bar insert. Weird. But yeah, and then the other side has got that cutout up there at the top. And if you look at the pictures right here, you can see that cutout. It's the same cutout as right there. Hold on. I'm not going to open this, but you can see it's the same cutout and the same lines on it. So that's what it is. But these are like $80 or $90 instead of $1,600. So a little different. Yeah, there's plenty of tables still over here. Like over here on this side, I've got all my... I've got I got 9 knives sitting over here. And then over here I got my 80-10 and the scales. But I gotta send back, and the ruler and my scales and my calipers and another knife over there, little Medford. That's what I said. The clones go for 80 or 90. Alright, so back to adjusting this knife. Unless y'all tell me something else you want to look at or talk about. See, this knife has really good bearings, man. It's got like the best bearings they've been using lately. It's got the double row or the offset rows. Great bearings, and it's got terrible action still. That's why I can't figure it out completely. That's why I'm totally convinced that, like I told y'all about Green Thorn, all his knives feel superb as far as action goes. And I think knives have a lot to do with the tolerances. So I say that all the time, but I want to explain what I'm talking about. Like, so people hear the word tolerance, but they think that tolerance just means stuff fits together nicely. And that's not what I'm talking about at all when I'm talking about tolerance right here. I'm talking about from end to end tolerance. Like, you take a knife like this. This knife right here has the same exact bearings in it. That's why I grabbed this knife. But this knife right here has the same exact bearings. And I think the tolerances, so tolerances a lot of people talk about is like the fit. Like how well inlays fit, how the back spacer, if there's a big gap or if it's lined up good. This one has a spacer between the back spacer, so it's made to look like that. But tolerances people talk about are like how tight stuff is. But a lot of times with me, when I'm talking about tolerances, it's like from this end of the knife to this end of the knife, is it the same width apart all the way down? And I think green thorn is really good at that. Because if the scales aren't totally parallel and they tilt in, then the blade is going to rub as it turns and it's not going to be as free. So I think that's what's happening with this one, is that from one end to the other, it puts a little pinch on it, and when the blade rotates, it kind of pinches it. So like this knife has the exact same bearings, and it acts like it should with these bearings. So when I get it past the lock bar, this one just drops. I mean, you can't do anything to keep the blade up. Like, the action on it is great. And it's nowhere like this one with the same bearings. So when people talk about putting skiffs in a knife to make it better, Fuchs, thank you, sir. Wow. And this is one of those ones that makes a noise. It makes a little, like a ding. And it's just a clip vibrating, but anyway, this one has the action that I wish this one had with the same bearings. Thank you, Fuchs. Now you're entered to win. Waylon, you don't have any titanium knives? That's pretty wild, buddy. We'll have to get that fixed. This is the other version of that knife. They both have the same bearings. I like the drop point better, but the Tanto is another option. Okay, Google. Now I just said that. Never mind. It's pretty funny. Yeah, these are cool knives. Oh, I wanted to say, y'all keep Mr. Ed in your thoughts today. He's not feeling so well and went back to bed. This one has even better action than that other one. Like, it just drops. And that's because this is parallel right here and not pinching the blade at all. My theory, at least. Because this knife has the same exact bearings and it's acting like crap. Alright, so to fix this detent, it's got these weird little pins that you use these hex keys on. 1.3 millimeter hex keys. Oh, by the way, latest news. Lemifshi is working on a version of the FSD, the Brown Knives FSD. So Jufool made this one, I believe. Yeah, Lemifshi's going to make the FSD, which is pretty awesome. In fact, if y'all aren't familiar with that knife, so brown knives. So the Cortex XL is this one, the one that's on the table I'm taking apart right now. And it looks like this. So you can kind of see the milling and the blade shape. And then the FSD that they're making basically has pretty close to the same. It has a different milling pattern and a much wider blade. But a lot of people, including me, like the FSD better. So they're about to make a version of it. So yeah, that's totally. But anyway, to adjust this knife, I got to go back to this website. And right here. So here's the web page. It says adjust Cortex XL. It says rotate. Hold on. So the detent pin, rotate clockwise to increase detent and counterclockwise to decrease detent, or remove lash. 5 degrees or less. And then it says lock pin, rotate clockwise to decrease lockup percentage or counterclockwise to increase. So I need to increase. So there's the 2 pins on the screen. So that's these 2 pins right here on this knife. So in the sides of them, there's 2 little set screws. There's one right there, and there's one on this side of this one. So the one I need to adjust is this one, and I need to go counterclockwise to give it a little more lockup. And then I'm going to take out a little detent. So what did it say? To increase clockwise to increase detent, counterclockwise to decrease detent. So I'm going to go counterclockwise on both of them about 5 degrees. And I'm going to take advantage of my camera software and do this. Move this box down here. There we go. So y'all can actually see what I'm doing. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so I want to turn both of these about 5 degrees. Now, why is it not going in the hole? That's what she said. Just the wrong, oh, I didn't have it at the right angle. Alright, so I'm in there now. We're going to turn it just like that. That was way more than 5 degrees. Now this one is harder to turn. And they're hard to get in the little hole. Aha, this one's angled that way. Alright, now I need to go down with it. Alright, so that should have tuned that knife a little bit. Let's throw it back together and see what it did. Hopefully it didn't put too much lock on it and lock me out. Ow! That blade's sharp. I just got over my other injuries, so. Cool thing about this knife is it's only got 2 screws that hold it together. That one and the pivot. All right, pivot is tight, but not too tight. Oh, I went the wrong way, but look how much that blade moves now. See that? Like, that thing really works good. Like, now the blade's got tons of vertical lock rock, and you can see it coming off the, you see right here where it's touching the lock, you see that gap. They call this a radial kind of pattern, but let me see the action on it now and the detent. See how stiff the action is? And I didn't make the, I mean, you have to shake the I didn't tighten this tight at all. Like, all right, there's as loose as I can get it, or I'll start getting blade play. And I still got to shake the heck out of it, get it to close. Like that compared to this, with the same bearings. You see this one? Like, I don't have to shake it at all. I mean, granted, the blade is a little heavier, but not much. Not enough that this one won't move at all. Like, this one doesn't move at all. Have to shake the heck out of it. All right, folks. See you later, buddy. Thank you again for the membership. Have a great day, folks. Have a great day, folks. All right, so we know we went the wrong way with the, and I can't tell if the detent did anything with the action. So I need to go back in here and go back the other way. All right, so that way and then that way. And I'm going to take a little more detent out just to make sure that that's not the reason. All right, took a little bit more detent out, put a little bit more lock bar in. I should be able to tell instantly whether it's going to lock up or not without even putting it back together. Yes, it will lock up. Oh, it's super solid. I think that's perfect. Now we hope I got enough detent in it where it doesn't just sling open by itself. All right, not tight, but appropriate and tight. All right, we're locked up, no rock. And the detent is way loose. It wants to just fly open. That lockup is right though. But I got to put some more detent in it. I can shake the blade out. See how I just shook that blade out? Knives shouldn't be able to do that. Shouldn't be able to just go like that and open your knife if it's got proper detent. So knives with proper detent should not shake open. I know I'm saying just brilliant statements today. All right, this is the last time I'm doing this. I'm putting detent back in it. Put a bunch of detent back in it. And then I'm going to oil it for final assembly. And I'm going to put too much oil because I want this thing to be smooth and it's not. towel. Alright, now we should be good to go. Something ain't fitting right. What the world's going on here? Maybe it is. Alright, that's the best I can get this knife without actually doing some grinding on it. Alright, pivot is just barely tight enough to not rock side to side. So let's see what kind of action it's got. About the same as when I started, but it doesn't have any kind of lock rock. I love how you can adjust the lock. It's got a little bit too much. It's got some lock stick a little bit. No, it's good. I'm hoping that if I keep using it, it'll wear in and start acting right. I gotta shake it too much to close it. But now it won't shake open. It did when I went really hard. Yeah, it's still, I might could put just a little bit more in it, but it's pretty good. Alright, knife maintenance over with for the day. What else we talking about today? Not many of us left. Sundays are slow days. People go back and watch it later, but I don't blame them. I'd still be in bed. So yeah. I wanted to take this time. Oh my goodness. That's why it didn't feel like it went back together right. Because I left out a locating pin. Don't leave out parts when you reassemble your knives, guys. It's always a good thing. I knew something wasn't feeling right. Y'all saw me when I was putting that back scale on. I knew something was wrong. But I didn't pay attention enough. It's got a locating pin that keeps the back spacer lined up. It goes right here in this hole right here. Wait, which hole? Yeah, it goes in that hole. That's what she said. Alright. Now feels better. But the tolerances from the front to the back of this knife have got to be off a little bit. And some people will say, like, well, loosen the screws a little bit. And I'm like, there's only one screw in the back of this one. And that's cheating. That's not really... Yes, Sever. Okay, yeah, I'll send you my address, and I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. You can see that I was really going to buy it. I'll holler at you this afternoon. So I wanted to take this time, we got all this room on the table, to look at some of my clones. Since clones are life, and I've got a box here. So this is a Marfione Customs with Borka collabo. If you want to see a crazy price on a knife, keep it scale stupid, look up this one. So it's the SBKF or the SBSP. Let's see which one it is. I get them confused. SBKF Marfione. So yeah, that's this knife. Look at the price of that one. Of course, that's assassin grind with meteorite inlay, but it's $10,900. This one's only $4,000. So that's what this one is on the table. This is a Marfione. It's even got his name on it, and just like the clip, looks just like the real thing. And then we got the SBSP, which is a collabo between him and Borka and somebody else. SBSP. So this is the knife this one started off as. Oh no, that's actually the one we just looked at. So I got this backwards, sorry. This is the SBSP. And this one had that on there across it, but I sanded it off. And if you look close enough in the right light, you can still see it. Yeah, there you go. You see the FUCKOFF. You see it on there? I haven't sanded it enough to actually get it off of there. Yeah, make you an epoxy table just in time. Like that's what I was going to do with this one, is just epoxy it. So find you an old table that you just cover with stickers, paint it black, cover it with stickers, and then throw epoxy on it. So this one is the SBSP. And then the one that was $10,000 is the SBKF, which is this one. That's the one that we looked at first. So this is the SBKF. This one's getting harder to find nowadays. All right, then we got the Duckling. So the new Duck clone that I'm waiting on to show up is gonna go nicely with that one. That one has micarta and titanium. And then this is my Anthem that I showed y'all not long ago. It's right beside the Duck. And then this is my extra that I'm gonna either give to Sever 7 or sell to Sever 7. This is a Spectre, Holt Spectre. Then we got a Strider, SMF maybe? I can't remember. One of the Strider models, SKS. Then we got that half track, that Hinderer. Two big boys. Then we got the Bull Knives Trapper, which is a slip. I mean, it's not a slip joint, but it's a front flipper only, which usually has great action. I was just acting stupid there. And then the last in this row is my zero tolerance Hinderer design, 0392 titanium. And then coming back the other direction, we got my American Ultimatum clone, which I just opened terribly. But it's got great jimping on it. It's got a recurve and a kind of crazy blade. Y'all have seen that on stream before. Then we got the Spyderco. Dang it. This one has good action too, but you can't. This is what I was talking about on this one. The way they put that hole, they put the scales on this side cover up the hole, and you can't get in there very good at all. My finger won't even fit in there. So it's made more to open from the front here. This one has awesome action too. This is one of my favorite Spydercos. The slice buoy. Beautiful knife. And these are all clones because clones are life. This is my Spyderco and Line Steel Spy Maitu. Awesome knife. This is my, give me a second, Skyke Rogue Shark. I did the ano on this one and sanded the clip back silver. It was gold or something. It's a big boy. Y'all can see my hands. So that's a Skyke Rogue Shark. You think this is goofy looking, keep it scale stupid, or the big blue one? This one is definitely not goofy looking, so you must be talking about the big blue one. Or are you talking about that one that's goofy looking? Oh yeah, it's got the hump. I mean, that's the Spyderco thing. That's the one you're probably calling goofy looking. But it's a great knife. It's got the Spyderco thing that I hated forever. But works very well. And then I got my Marauder H, which is another big boy. Marauder H. Then I got my DSK Tactical Diamondback, which is one of my favorites. I love the looks of this knife. And it's super beefy. I don't know if you can tell how thick that is, but compared to this Spyderco, maybe you can tell there. Spyderco is a normal knife. This thing is massive. All three of these are massive, but this one just feels thick. I mean, it's a lot of titanium. I love that blade. It's got that cool little ball clip on it. So I can get, let's see, maybe one more big one over there. And that is the Rad Knives Shepherd. So this one is almost just as thick as that last one. This is a giant knife. I don't know if y'all can see my hands. If any knife goes way across my hands, it's a huge knife. Y'all can see I can get 4 fingers on it, still have 2 fingers. Yeah, these clips are pretty cool though, because they roll in your pocket really easy. I've got a few knives that have this little ball, but the way the screws are offset, it slides in and out of your pocket good. Yeah, DSK Diamondback. And then the Rad Knives Shepherd. Be the last one up there on that side. And then we got the one I did that hand rubbed finish on. I guess it's got terrible action because it's on washers, and that's how he likes his knives. I mean, it doesn't have terrible action, but it's got pretty bad action. I don't like washer knives, and I don't like that one. Man, we're going off the table. There we go. Yeah, and cozy, that's what it is. You're right, it's not a Sabenza. This is the Sabenza, right? Yeah, this is the 25th anniversary or something edition with the beak blade. Yeah, and cozy. Thank you, TC. I can't ever remember. Oh no, those are both the same knife. I don't know what I'm saying. This is an Emerson. Yeah, that's the same knife. These are both the same knife. It's an cozy too. This is an Emerson CQD2. And I got two of these. I got one that has the chisel grind. So as you can see, there's no grind on this side of the blade. It's all flat. So the only edge is on this side. So this is more like the original CQD2. Sabenza. That's what I said. I didn't say Savannah, did I? It's a Sabenza. I know it's a Sabenza, and it's spelled with an E. It's S-E-B-E. S-E-B-E. I thought it was Sabenza too, but it's S-E-B-E. I don't think I said Savannah, but I might have, but I know it's Sabenza. But yeah, this Emerson's cool. But I got that one with the chisel grind, and then I have the white carbon fiber. And I lightning anode the clip on this one. That white carbon fiber is pretty cool. But this one has the regular grind. It's got a grind on both sides. But it's the same knife. CQD2. And this one was supposed to go with the, well, no. This is the Synapse. Yeah, that's an yeah. These are both in Cozies. This is the beak. They call this one a beak blade or something. Some places. That's a regular drop point. This is a Synapse. And then the Vero Mini Synapse. And then we got the Transient 3. And the other version of the Transient. And then we got the Doc, Marfione Doc. And then we have next to it is its buddy, the SOCOM, both titanium. And then the Barker Knives Hokkaido, and then the 229 Chavez 229 Kickstop. And then this is a one hard to find. This is a big giant knife too. This is a 228. This one is not a Kickstop, but it's a Chavez 228. This is the Zahn. I know this is a Zahn. This is a Zahn. And then this is the small Sabenza. This is the small Sabenza with the milled pattern. And then this is my Marfione Sigil with the custom Damascus and mirror polished blade that I will never carry because the blade is way too pretty. This whole knife is super pretty. Be careful. Do not touch other knives. Then we got the Custom Knife Factory Satori. Jimping ain't easy. We got the Satori. We got 3 more knives we got to fit in here somewhere. We got the Squirrel Master XL with the new pointy blade shape. Then we have The Squirrel Master XL with the regular blade shape with the milled blades. And then last but not least, we have the regular size Squirrel XL, new one, with the cool little blade. New version of the Squirrel. Not the Squirrel XL. Look at that cool milling pattern down in the lock bar relief. Super cool. All three of these knives are great. And so that right there is 4 rows out of the 10 rows in this case. So right here, all those are the back 4 rows in this case. And this case is full. So I've got 4 more rows I can fill up the table with, and then 2 more rows after that. So I've only emptied 4 rows out of it. It's up in the front. I got 2 of them. The one I'm going to sell you is like this one. I can hold that up and show you. All my favorite ones. So none of these are my favorite ones. All my favorite ones are in the front. And the whole next row of 10 knives are all rosies. So I've got 10 regular rosies. And then the next row is another Marfione custom Warhound, I think. It's a super cool knife. But that starts off the row in front of the rosies. Oh, and then I have another one of the Barker. So this Hokkaido right down here, I've got another Hokkaido with a black blade, and it's got the fish scale textures. Yeah, the Norseman, and then I got getting into a bunch of my Python. Hold on. Where's? I could have sworn I had to have put the 2. Dang it! Where is it? I don't see both Norsemen. I only see one of them. I only see this one. I think I got the other one. Yours will look just like this one, though. This is my Hilberg Norseman. These are all keepers. Keep it scale stupid. But I've got duplicates of a few. Like this Spectre. This is a SMKE version of the Spectre. That I am getting rid of, but I think Sever 7 has claimed it. Because I've got the, that's the SMKE version. And then the good version is this one. So I've got mine that's got the milled. I've actually got 2 of these now. Maybe I just sold, I don't know. I think I've got another one of these that I just bought not long ago. I've got some clones. Wait, let me see. What's in here? Yeah, I've got another one of those I'm about to sell. So I do have some doubles, but I think I've already got this one sold. Yeah, these are higher quality. This is Lion Blade Works. but these are pretty pricey. I got that one. And then I guess somewhere down here in this pile of boxes is my other. Let's see what this is. Yeah, this is the other Norseman that I'm keeping. This is the other pattern. So I'm keeping both of these Norsemen because it's both the patterns. Keeping both of those, but I've got another one of this pattern I'm getting rid of. I don't know, man. Too many knives. Too many knives. I still got to do unboxing videos too. What is this knife? Oh yeah, it's my Berg Blades. It's still for sale, by the way. If anybody wants a Berg Blades. Iron Pup. Hey, now this is a Sabenza. It's got one finger cut out. It's that giant Sabenza I got. All right, let me pack these away and we'll go through. We got a little bit of time. We got 15-20 minutes. We'll go through a couple more rows of stuff that I didn't show just a second ago. We put these back in the order they were because I know how they went. I love that Satori, and this sigil is gorgeous too. This Sabenza, small Sabenza, it's an alright little knife, and I love the Zahn. The Zahn is a really nice knife. It's got good action too compared to the other ones. And then this 229 is one that's hard to find, and it's a big boy. And 228, the 228 was the one that's hard to find. This 229 kickstop, like everybody seems to have. Keep it scale stupid. Do you know about kickstop knives? So it's got a flipper tab, but when you flip it around to the other side, the flipper tab's not over there. It folds up inside the knife right there. It's a two-piece construction. I'm not sure if you ever knew about that. It comes out, and they make a few different versions of knives with a kickstop, but it's got a flipper tab, but it doesn't ruin the lines of the knife like I was talking about with the flipper tab rotating around to the other side. It's two pieces. So how every other knife flips around and comes out the other side over here, that one doesn't. So see how this one has a flipper tab, and when it goes around it sticks out the other side? Well, kickstops don't do that. Yeah, I figured you might not have seen that, so I thought I'd share. And these SOCOM titanium ones are super nice, and so is the dock. The dock right here, and this is one of the good ones with the logo on it. They make a bunch of different versions of these, but this is the one you want to get if you get them. And then the two transients are great. They have the same problem with the action though that the Cortex has, and you don't have to shake them quite as hard, but they open really snappy because of the way that flipper tab is angled. They open really cool. But both of these suffer from that same kind of action. You have to shake them closed. And everybody's bought them. The clones, I'm not saying the originals, but I'm saying the clones. Scott, welcome back, buddy. Wow, that knife has terrible action. The big boys. This Marauder H is cool too. It's a Hilberg. I wish Hilberg was still around. This Spy My 2 has great action though. So does this Slice Bowie. Ultimatum. It's decent. The ZT, great action. This one has butter action, like you can't even, it's super good. This Full Track, the blade's too heavy, so it's got great action. This Strider SMF, I think, got decent action. Spectre, got good action. Love my Anthem. Love my Duckling. It's got super good action. SBKF, SBSP, and then we'll go to the next 4 rows are, I'm gonna keep these quick, but that's that Warhammer, War Dog, War something. That's the other Hokkaido. This is a Dr. Death is the name of this one. This one's a Russian Dr. Death with the weird milled blade. Carbon fiber and titanium. This is my Python that was bead blasted. This is a Green Thorn that, I mean, no, this one's not. This one has like some of the best action of any knife I've got. It's on skiffs and it feels so smooth. But this is not an integral. This is a fake integral. The real one's I want an integral of this knife. And this is the RFT, the Russian fighting Tanto, or the Russian folding Tanto. And this one's been bead blasted everywhere, the blade and the handle. And this one's awesome. It matches that one. This is a Flytanium Arcade. This is a, oh my God, I just drew a blank. Help me out, TC. Spartan Blades Harsey. Sorry, I don't know why I drew a blank. Yeah, this is a Harsey. It's a very popular knife. This one has great action too. It's a big boy. The Harsey is a cool knife. Then we got we'll get into the Rosies. So we got the Rosie XL. I'm not going to bust all these out. And I got my other version of the Rosie XL. Then the next row is 10 versions of the Rosies. I got 4 Lemifshi ones and 6 Juful ones. So this is a Juful version, and the one on the left is the Lemifshi version. The only difference is the thickness of them. The Lemifshi is thicker, and they're different patterns. But I've got 10 Rosies that I'm not going to pull out. Y'all seen them all before. I mean, I could lay them all out just like without opening them, because y'all know what they all look like. Oops, I reached the wrong row, sorry. There's the Skelly. So that's the 4 Lemifshi ones. Dang it, I keep reaching at the wrong row. This is the Skelly from Juful. And then the other 3. I thought I had 10. Oh, I do. No, I've got 9. What happened? Oh, I guess. Yeah, there's 9. Sorry. Then I got my McNeese 3.5 inch. My McNeese 3.5 inch, 2 different patterns. I got more room, so McNeese, McNeese. McNeese 3.0. I sold my other 3.0. Then we got the Factor 8. The 8. And then the Factor 7. Maybe I have those backwards. No, this is the 7. That's the 8. Then I've got my Factor. This one is M390 in titanium. Then I've got my Factor that is M390 in aluminum. Then I got my EMP EDC Nimble. Then I got my EMP EDC Relative. Then I got my holy trinity of the 5 knives that I consider my best clones in the world that I broke out the other day. The Rask, the Spectre, the Norseman, the Haptic, and the Shamwari. So those 5 are never getting sold. And they're not going to get put on the table either. But I showed them not long ago in a video. Anyway, I've showed all these in videos, but then I got my Annex, my Loxa, my 2 Mazcast Precision. That's the Segundo, and this is the Tacundo. Then I got my Strider PT3 Plus, I guess. And this is one of the Ariuses, but this one's M390 instead of D2. It's just a better version. Then I got my Lamias. I got 1, 2 with the. I got one black one, and I got 2 with the silver hardware. And then I got my. I love this knife. This is the FJ, Laconico FJ. And then I got my Laconico Jasmine. And then I got, starting in my Shiros. So this is the Shiro Icebreaker. And then my Dr. Doom Buster Wee Knives, Dr. Doom. Love this knife. And then I've got one more row across the front that I guess we'll look at once I start putting these back. Let's see if I can remember the order here. I got pretty good with the order. My Lamias were next. Let me make room for this last row and then we'll pull them out. Then y'all see all 90 in this box today. And some of them don't deserve to be in here, like this one. I need to swap out yeah, I've got a bunch more clones. These are just my best ones. I've got one of those XO. I got a 4-inch version, Scott. I'm not sure which one you have, but if you're getting the regular, I'll show y'all that in a second. EMP, EDC, EMP, EDC. All my factors. Super cool knives. My McNees. Alright. Now we got room for the last. Well, let me get these put back. Might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's only 9 across. I was counting wrong. So that does fill up a whole row. My 2 XLs. My Harsey. My Arcade. Oh yeah. Forgot you gotta unlock that one. Weird. My RFT. My Python. Russian Dr. Death. My Hokkaido with the fish scales. And my War Dog, Warhammer, Warlord. I think it's a Warhammer. So the last row is all Shiros, I think. And I won't remember the names of them, but there's the bio. Let me see. Since they're Shiros, let's make a little bit of a background for them. We got the bio, awesome milling. We got the Lee kickstop. So this is a kickstop too. Keep it scale stupid. This is a giant knife, but it's a kickstop. So you see the flipper tab is in its second piece and it rotates down out of the way. So man, you gotta be careful with these knives. They all just drop shut, these Shiros. But see how the flipper tab pokes out and then it folds around the inside of the knife. This one will cut you though. This one is super. All these Shiros are super. Now this one is a weird Russian word. Polya, I don't know, something. Look it up. This is a F95 NL maybe or something, or F3NS. This is the Astrum. This is the which one is this one? The Zero. This is the Zero, I think. That's the Zero. This is another one. This is the Puro. And then last but not least is not a Shiro. It is a one I can't ever remember the name of. And I like this knife too. It's got great action. This is the I cannot remember what this knife is called. I'll remember. It's not. I want to say duck every time, but it's not. But it's a very awesome knife. It goes across the front. They're in no order of like importance. There's a few rows. These are just my best clones. I've still got a bunch of titanium clones in other places. I've got one other bag, I think, full of nice clones, but they just can't make it in the 90 box. But I need to pull that little Strider Protect PT3 out of there and put something else in there. And I know I've got something nicer than that could go in this box. So after doing inventory, Polya something. It's a big knife. See if I can find my EXO before we go. I haven't seen it in a while. I think it's with my autos. Since it's a gravity knife, I should be able to find it. Let me close this case. We're back where we started. Yeah, that's called a Pero. It's a Pero. Hold on, let me see if I can find that EXO. Ugh! Old man knees. Yeah, here it is. So keep it scale stupid. They also make these little bags like this that are cloth. If you need to store some knives, that work pretty good. But these little bags hold knives too. And so here's my 4-inch EXO. It's pretty cool. I mean, I've never carried it or cut anything with it, but it works fine. Like I said, I'm not used to it, so it is what it is. It's a big 4-inch one though, D2 steel. It stays in here with my autos. Some of my autos. Some of these are garbage and need to be given away. If y'all ever want to get a good quality replica, these High Finder are some of the best made. Like, they're super, super nice. I haven't opened this one in probably 3 months. And it's just like it should be. Yeah, they're super. I mean, some of these are garbage, like, because they're super cheap. Like this zombie one, it's super heavy. It's got a silly blade. I mean, it works okay, so I guess it's not just completely stupid. But this one is definitely completely stupid. It's made out of plastic. It's got skulls on it. It's a Mall Ninja knife made out of plastic. It's $12. But it works great. Except that it just failed. See? Yeah, it's feeling a little better, but yeah, this is plastic. And the blade isn't, but the knife is. Crazy. And then this one's garbage. This is a Benchmade Mediator clone that, a weird knife. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but it's just not my thing. It's got a ton of vertical lock rock. It opens fine. The handle feels kind of good. It's got a lock on it, so that's okay. And this one's garbage. This is a little. Look at how little the blade is on this little Benchmade. Like this thing would just piss you off if you got stuck with this. Same with this one. This one's garbage too. This is a clone of something. This one's heavy. This one looks okay. Yeah, Benchmade Mediator is what that Benchmade was called. These all seem to be working okay. If you want to get a good budget OTF, get a Lightning. So I've got 3 of them in here. I got this red one, this black one. And for $30, they're great OTFs. So if you want to get an OTF, get one of these Lightning. They're called Lightning. So I got these 2, and then I got the California legal version with the 2-inch blade. These are great little OTFs for $30. This one's only like 25. Yeah, Lightning's the brand. They sell them on, you know, that website that sells Lightnings. Hold on, I'll show you. Then the only one else I hadn't pulled out of this bag is the Shootout. With some crew wear. Yeah, right. You hear that dung? Terrible spring noise on that one. It doesn't fail. Oh yeah, and then there's a little Protect Runt 5 down here, which is awesome little knife. Like, I love my little Protects. Like, this thing just slings out, boy. This is a cool little purple knife. Protect Runt. Great little 5th pocket knife. Waylon, do you like PEI? Do you like piss? This knife can be yours. I don't like the black blade. I don't like the PEI. I don't like it. So if you want this for cheap, you can have it. Waylon. Just hit me up on email or Discord or something. And then this side has got all the rest of my autos, my regular out the side autos. We won't go through all those. Yeah, I got to end this in a second, but I will show you the Lightning. The site I was trying to think of is Grindworks. Grindworks has all the Lightning knives, but they're great little OTF. And everybody will tell you that. If you watch any kind of YouTube video for $29.99, you can't beat this knife. They have all here. There's the California. It's called a Fireball. But they have lots of different colors, blade shapes. Some of them are $34.99. Some of them are $29.99. But they have just colors and colors and styles and styles. Whatever color you want, whatever you got. You want a wavy blade one, you want a Tanto, you want a drop point, you want a double edge. Like, there's a double edge. Grindworks has got you covered. You need a pink one. They got 12 pages of these things. That satin dagger is pretty cool, but it's half partially serrated. But they're great. They don't fail very often. They last a long time. There's people that have videos of them 2 and 3 years old. Used them every day. Great little value OTF. Go to page 12. We got some fire ones. Well, these are out of stock. Skull ones. America. America! Anyway, there's the lightnings. All these weird pattern ones. What's going on there? That's pretty wild. That's some real zombie skulls. Yeah, they're kind of ugly. I mean, they're just square and OTFs. Like, I don't know what you're... a lot of OTFs just look like that. Like, that was pretty wild, though. $30. White Zombie. Rob Zombie edition. Oh. Oh, and if you want a great budget out the side auto, this is the best one I've found. It's like $18 on that same site. And it's a great knife. Aluminum. Great blade shape. Great look. 440 stainless. USA on it. Cool look on it. Like $18 on that site. And this one, not sure what it's called, but that's an awesome knife. I couldn't recommend it more for somebody just getting started and wanting to try it out the side. But it's aluminum auto. Hold on. There's only 18 pages. We'll get to it before a second. I'll see one that looks like it and remember the brand name. Actually, I might not because it doesn't really have a brand name. I keep thinking it looks like that Kershaw launch a little bit, but one of the versions of the launch. Dang it. There it is. No, that's not it. That's that launch again. Why do I keep thinking it looks like that one? Because it does. Alright. I'm about to get tired of scrolling. It's on here though. I should have gone by price. Yeah. $10 to $25. Here we go. There it is. Out of stock. That's a great little knife though. AU 473. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody else, I ran across it. It's one of those hidden gems. Got a cool look to it. Good clip. Just overall good looks. Cool knife. I don't know where else you might could find one, but you could pause the video and do an image search or something. Well, all right, guys. I'm going to put this stuff up. We'll leave it with the Otto Osborne. That's the last knife I show. So this is the Osborne aluminum. Awesome. The 9400, not the 940. Osborne 9400. Cool purple down the back. Never been carried, never been used. No vertical play. No side to side play. Yeah, it takes extra milling when they do that with the two. It's just really two pieces. All right, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Ed, glad you're feeling better, buddy. I fixed the emojis where they all got transparent. I know you really care about that, but they all got transparent backgrounds now, so they look a lot better. They look more custom, and I made 2 more new ones. A peace symbol with the BA sunglasses on, and just a BA for badass. And I fixed the happy one to make it look better. I'm doing a member giveaway this week. Sometime. It's not going to be tomorrow, so keep it scale stupid. If you're locked out at the moment, if you can get back in or whatever, if you wanted to do that to be in the entry, it'll be a few days. It'll be at the end of this week. Like maybe, I don't know, episode 111. Does that sound cool? But that's only 4 episodes away, so 3 episodes away. 9, 10, 11, 12. We could do, I don't know. I'll just figure it out. We'll do it soon. I got to change the background today because of the table, so clones are life. John Tagamori, all you got to do is click the join button under the live video there. Keep it scale stupid. Thank you, sir. A lot of that was catered for you. So, yeah, you can just click the join button. I mean, you don't have to join. I'm not asking people to join. I'm just telling you I'm going to do a giveaway for the people that have joined. But you're welcome to join. I would appreciate it, but I'm not asking for people to join. I will never do that. If they find some value in what I'm doing and feel like it's worth 99 cents a month, you might win a free knife. Let me hold on just a second before we go. I'm gonna go grab the mat out of the dryer and see if I got that spot off. I use some kind of stain remover. Oh, y'all want to see a crazy light bulb I bet you hadn't seen? So if you ever wanted ceiling fan lights, I got a ceiling fan out here, and you can only put one bulb in the middle of them, and they're never bright enough. So they make these cool, it's right under the live video. Here, I'll show you. Or on my homepage. But they make these little fan light bulbs that have that small screw thing that have cob LEDs on them. So you can put this in a ceiling fan, and you got tons of light. Real quick, I'll show you if I can find it. I think if you go to my YouTube page, you just go to my YouTube page, and you're on the live video, there should be right down there, right next to, it says join right next to my name. You see right under the video title, and then I think on my main page you can do it too, but I'm logged in. Let me log out. Hold on. Sign out. So Blade Alchemy. I need to know how to tell people to do this. So Blade Alchemy, you go to my page, and there's a join button right next to the subscribe button. Yeah, you can click the $ next to the chat bar too. Yeah, that's right. And you go to membership, I guess. I don't know. I don't know about on the phone, but there should be a join button. That's crazy there's not. Yeah, should I don't know. Well, all right, guys. Like I said, gotta get out of here. Clones are life. It's Sunday. Oh yeah, I went to go get this stupid thing and it showed you the light bulb instead. But these light bulbs are cool for the little chandelier. So the stain came out. The stain was right over here. Still a little hint of it, maybe. This thing sure has come in handy for a background. Never realized how much I would actually use it. I bought it. It's a stupid doormat for your door. And I've used this side to shoot pictures with, and kind of a plain side. And this side for, you know, everything. And when I take it and when I use the camera software to zoom in, it keeps it where you can't see anything else. So I can go like that, slide the little box over a little bit. Well, come on, act right. There you go. So now I can frame it where that's all you see. And that's how we look at stuff most of the time, but the stickers are but they've always been there. People don't realize that underneath all this is stickers. Alrighty, guys. Unless there's any more questions, I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day. We will see y'all tomorrow. Do the same thing again. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up on your way out, I love you forever. I guess I could well, I guess I could say bye, huh? Bye, everybody. Hope you have a good Sunday. Sorry about my shaving. I need to shave. You can see that magnetic thing behind me on the wall back there. Anyway, see y'all guys later. Peace.